Man, don't nobody want to see
OKC. Listen, nobody doesn't want to see OKC.
And that's what I'm saying. Now, they're what, 7? They 7th right now?
They're 7.
Yeah.
What, you like them against the, I like them against Houston, man. Up and down, West Coast.
I think
a lot of points.
A lot of points. But what I like about the Thunder, they do try to play some defense.
They do.
They do try to play some defense, and if everybody played to the level that Russell and Paul George is playing to, I think it's going to be a great series. But that Houston team, I think, might be assembled for the playoff run with CP and Harden and all those cats.
Let me change that, man. OKC is 5th. See, in San Antonio, you got Minnesota and Golden State, man.
What?
Listen, you know what they all, man, this thing changes everything. I just about to say, man, 2 games go by, this whole thing changes. Look at that. You got what, 4 through 8 through almost 9 at 45 wins at 2 or 3 games apiece, man. This is classic league, though. The league loves this. Because now you're into it, you're watching the fluctuations. This is better than NASDAQ right here, man. It's like stocks and bonds in the league right here, man. You know who ain't nobody talking about? Portland. Let's talk about it. I know this is your old squad. I know every time. How do you feel? Do you feel something when you see old teams that you played for that you're not investing in or whatever?
Definitely. You know, Portland was my first love when I got to the NBA. That was my team. That's my squad, and it's still my squad. And I like them, but like we mentioned off air, it's tough when you're in the upper Northwest to get the proper notoriety, you know, and the proper love. But, you know, those guys are really starting to put some eyebrows up with the rest of the league, and they're going to be a problem.
I like it, man. Let me ask you something, Dick.
Yes.
Do you think the demographic of where you are goes into the proposal, or at least into the equation, when it comes to winning and the league and the business of the league? You know, because Portland, I'm telling you, man, they are rolling. I always talk about peaking too early.
Yeah.
But when you got young teams that just running through the tape and you going like this, this is perfect time. So, man, they should make some noise in the playoffs.
They would make a lot of noise this year. They're young, they're very talented, they're playing very well, they're playing together.
Yeah. My fault.
They get past the first round. Yeah. They would make much noise if they never heard them before.
Man, they got really good momentum, man. I just wonder about consistency, man. When you get to the playoffs, everything is like hype right here. 2006, Bonds, you know, you was the lead rebounder at 6'5", man. Did you know that? You led this step for a very long time. Did you know that? Come on, man.
Power guard.
Right.
The original power guard.
Right. And used to post up and work the paint and all that, right?
Definitely.
Man, used to work them blocks like Lego, boy.
You know, if you rebound, you control the game, right?
Right. Yeah.
You know it.
You're the young boy.
Yeah, man. Did y'all see the Raptors and Cavs tonight?
Yes.
Another thing, Kyle Lowry, we talked about it. 2 for 11 tonight, did not get it done. Listen, and I like to think.
I don't know if they're taking it easy or they didn't come.
No. Listen, all that cool stuff is out the window.
It's not the time of the year to be cool.
No.
That's game 60 when you can be cool.
Right.
55 to 60, you can be cool. Not now. Not game 75, 77.
Let me ask you something, though. There's a message through Cleveland tonight?
Yes.
Definitely. I think they wanted to send a message. You know, I definitely want to let them know that, you know, we own y'all a little bit, at least by tonight, and going into the playoffs, y'all just going to think about this game. And LeBron always, you know, he's just a guy who's playing at a whole other level, and he's leading this team, and I think they're going to be good, especially with all the new additions.
Man, listen,
you know what surprised me about this season? The way LeBron changed his approach to the game. He's not the same LeBron who started the season. He's playing different styles, so we have no sunshine.
It looks like he's initiative. He's still passing, but you can see his assertiveness in going. How he's, you know, his scoring rate. He looks to me to be trying to, like, he's proved something, like almost like he's got.
I think he's going after the title.
He's definitely. Oh, no.
He want to win.
But more importantly, more than I've ever seen him. You know what I'm saying? You can see it on him.
Why the
playing the way he's playing in the last 20 games.
True purpose, man. True purpose. Who you got coming out of the East, man?
Like I said earlier, I got to stay with Cleveland. You know, Cleveland's looking good. I mean, LeBron is just playing at a high level. The rest of the guys are starting to follow.
Come on, Bonzi. We have not played the first round yet.
Listen, I'm an Indiana guy.
Yes.
I've been in the league long enough to know what it is.
Right.
And I think Cleveland's going to be there by the end of the day because it's just better for the league.
They'll be MVP?
MVP or what? Of the regular season. You know where's that trophy is going back to Houston?
You think it's going back to Houston?
Of
James
course.
Harden should be, right?
I think so.
He's
Too awesome, right?
He's leading the team 60 wins, which we know is not easy to get in the NBA. So, you know, with that being said, you got to give it to him. But, you know, LeBron's in the conversation every year. He can win it every year.
Yes.
You know, he's still the best player in a lot of people's mind. But this year, stat-wise, and what he's bringing to his team, you got to give it to
I think James got it.
Do you think so? Should be a fun race. Wonderboy, you got something for me over there?
So what do you guys think of this OKC team? How far can they get into this Western Conference playoff run?
The Western deep, man.
who they draw.
I see them maybe in a conference final. If they can play the way they play defensively.
Yeah.
Think so? Conference finals, thing?
Yeah, don't go sleep on Westbrook's, man.
Listen, man. I'm worried
The
about this.
champion of triple-double.
It took them 80-something games to get some decent continuity, and we still ain't at the level in which we are accepting them, man. You know?
Well, it's tough though. You know, you play with great players that came from different teams that were the number one option on their team. Like in Portland, we did that every year. We had 7 or 8 guys who were number one options on the team sometime in their life. So it's kind of tough to get that gel, and we always kind of figured it out right around before All-Star break when we started rolling a little bit and then pushing on to the playoffs. So it's tough. It's tough at first.
Man, I think as fans and as people who watch the game are expecting them to click and be a lot more than what they are.
Yeah.
Didn't Klay Thompson mess his hand up? He ain't wearing no sleeve or nothing. Oh, he got like a little tape on his hand. I just think at the end of the day, man, when you're not one, man, you play with that supreme confidence, man. It's like when you playing with that supreme confidence, bro, it's hard to break that will of a team, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you not wanting it and you play with a continuity with the rest of the guys, dog, it's hard to break that team. It's hard to break anything on cracks or dilute that team. It's hard to beat a team like that, man. That's how I watch them play. They play with a great cerebral, but more importantly, they play with a confidence that I haven't seen in a long time, man.
So if you had who you got come out the West?
You know, it's hard, man, and it's hard going against Golden State. I'm being honest. I watched Cleveland the other night.
Don't give up on my Houston.
No, I'm not going to give up on Houston, but I need to see more consistency when it counts. And I saw them going to Portland and beat a tough Portland team with all defense. And then brought on some offense towards the end and got in the overtime and took it over. I worry about Chris Paul's health too. I don't know if he's going to be durable enough to go through the range. He's having leg problems. I worry about that, man. Wonderboy, give me something, man.
So a question for you off of Facebook. Should OKC keep playing Grant instead of Melo more, especially in fourth quarter and close games?
I think that's disrespectful to Melo.
Man, you got to play all your hitters right now. This ain't no time to be trying to experiment and get away with stuff, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta, this is it.
Yeah.
You know, we just showed the stat where you got in between 5 to 7 teams, you got 2 wins or 1 win, and this whole thing changes again.
And a guy like Melo, he's a playoff guy. Yeah. You know, I think he's a guy that's going to step up to a whole other level.
You don't have to, man.
To get a chance to really concentrate on one team, for 5 or 6 games or whatever. So I'm looking for Melo to have a good playoff.
And then what you like going to the playoffs, they ain't talking about you, ain't nobody really talking about your game. That's how you can get lost in the shuffle a little bit.
Yes, sir.
And you get to playing against that second guy coming off the bench.
Yeah.
You're supposed to dominate that matchup, yeah.
That's key.
You know, coaches know
But as we're talking here, don't forget about Denver. There's only 1 game out. They're in the 9th spot. So it depends on the last 3 games here. What happened?
Did you play for Denver before?
Yeah,
What the plug on me?
Let me ask you, do you still root for your team? I know you all do you still root for your old teams? Do you still root for your old teams, dude?
Yeah. You know what? I work for the league. I
Oh, get them all
Don't
there.
bring you back, DJ. Don't bring you back. Man, come on.
Right. I like Jonas. I like your team. I like your team though. Denver plays hard.
Denver's playing hard.
I like the Grizzlies too. I used to play for the Grizzlies. Shout out to
Shout them all out.
I see you talking about Indiana, Portland. Hey,
I like Indiana. Indiana's my dark horse coming out of the East, man. If I want to play them, man. Oladipo's having an MVP year. Those guys are playing in sync. I love them, man.
I love our point guard. We got some underrated point guards by committee. I love Collison.
He is.
And I love the kid, They played in Toronto.
Yeah, I'm going blank on this name.
I'm sorry, brother. I'm going blank with the two guys, man. Those guys are really playing at a high level, and they're really consistent all year long, and I like it.
Hey, listen, Indiana's
Corey Joseph.
Corey Joseph. Sorry, I was just sitting here thinking about shout out to Trey, man, doing well up there. Man, I was shocked when he left Toronto. I wouldn't think that they would let a point guard like that, but he's made Indiana that better of a team. I like him with that addition, great addition.
Yes, he is.
Give me something, Wonder Boy.
No love for Vic Oladipo? I didn't hear his name.
No. I said he's having a good season. Great season. I'm glad. I want him to keep it up, man. I don't know what he did this summer, but he needs to do an extra shot of that. Come back next year even better. Had a great year, dog.
Yeah. Got the city behind him and all.
He do, man. He do.
Behind him.
How about I say, man, when you start winning in Indiana, you start curating some momentum, man. That's Corey Joseph's the name I'm thinking about, yeah. And when you start generating some real noise in the Midwest like that, man, you can get, man, can you imagine years with Reggie and Chris Smith and all them? Oh, man.
Oh, my goodness.
It'd be good to see a good team. Yeah. It'd be good to see that whole culture get reunited. That'd be dope.
Yes, it will.
Give me something, Wonder Boy.
So, 2 teams in the Western Conference Finals. Who you got?
You know what it is. Golden State and Houston, man. Golden State and Houston. It ain't going to get no bigger than that.
No.
And if so, they're going to be playing with an unbelievable momentum.
Golden State Houston.
Whew, that's the one everybody want to see.
Yeah.
And Steph got to be right. Steph got to be right. I'm talking about, he ain't going to be close to 100 because, you know, once you start, you never close to 100, but going to have to be right. It's too many. It's the first time I've seen so many teams with so much momentum.
Yeah.
You know, Portland's having great momentum. They can beat anybody right
Dunk
now.
the ball, man.
Okay, see if they can get the man. Utah's the one nobody want to see, man.
Mitchell.
Man, they got, man, to me, the rookie of the year on there, he got a bunch of, man, I like that team, man.
You have to give your team a shout out. Can we talk about Minnesota? You know, everybody's giving their team a shout out.
I ain't really, I ain't really Minnesota, you know what I'm saying? I'm really Minnesota players, you know what I'm saying?
You live there.
Yeah, no doubt. I pay taxes in everything in Soda, right? You know what I'm saying? Shout to everybody in Soda, right? Yeah. Nah, but I like them. I want them to commit a little more to defense. They don't have a consistency. With having Tibbs there, you would expect a certain level of consistency in defense. Yeah. They're just not there yet. And then Jimmy Butler, I just read, is coming back very soon. That's going to help everything.
That's good.
Talk about the momentum of what you want to be going into the playoffs. What was it like when you knew, Bonzi, y'all got 2-3 games left. You know, you're going to get the Friday off. Playoff practice is going to be probably Saturday morning. You already know you're going to watch a bunch of film. You're going to get your books Friday night. Yeah. Talk about the process when you was getting ready for the playoffs and the mind shift and all that. Take us through that.
I mean, obviously you want to be healthy. You want to be healthy.
As you can be, right?
And going into the playoffs, you want to have a great rhythm. You know, you want to have a good rhythm, you know, with your teammates. Right. You want your game to be in tune. You know, you want to be on the same page with the coaching staff and everybody. And just going in there, that's kind of just what you want. You want to be in a great rhythm. You want everybody on the same page, and you don't want no type of dissension amongst the team. You know, if anybody got a problem, let's get that out of our system now. Let's talk about it because, you know, we got a task in hand. So, you know, I went to the playoffs my whole career every year, and that's just kind of what it was. It was just a mindset. It's like us against this next team. We're going to attack these guys. We don't care what their record is. Where everybody's 0-0. It's a new season. So why not us? You know, so that's kind of the mindset.
Just watch a lot of movies.
Yeah.
A lot of movies, a lot
of off your legs, a lot of water, a lot of food.
Turn your phone off.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
No Sports Center back when, you know, we didn't have social media, so let's turn on Sports Center.
D, talk about your preparation for when you get ready for the playoff, man.
To me, I was just like, what am I going to do to protect the paint? You know, to know exactly the guys who's going to be driving in the paint. Right. Am I going to stop them? Right. My timing was very important. Right. What can I do to not get in foul trouble to stay so my team can win? It was very important.
Did you do anything out of the ordinary? That go to bed early, get up early, or you
yes,
did you
eat right.
Did you eat dinner?
No, I eat the same.
Really? Did you do anything different?
Try to get more responsibility.
Right. I was about to say, man, the one thing I didn't do very well in preparing is that I didn't sleep well, and everything else I thought. Like after practice, probably an extra hour after practice in the playoff, I'm doing a little small thing. I'm stretching more. I'm drinking a lot of water, and then If I have a bad game with doing all that, I'm like, you know what? I'm thinking about everything. I'm trying to do everything.
What happened to all those call come for
I
the
was trying to
tickets?
say, man.
What happened to all those tickets called?
I'll say this. After my second time in the playoffs, I never worried about tickets after that. Because I was off. Because it was off. You know, man, you don't want nothing.
No distraction.
That's one thing I love about playoffs. It clarifies everything. You get the best. You're supposed to get the best clarity, best sleep. You're well prepared. I get it. Like, that's what it is.
Yeah.
I love this time of the year right here. It's everybody, this is what Mama and Mano, whoever is supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's about to come out there. You're supposed to be it. You're supposed to be the man. It's about to come out. Right here.
True.
Wonder Boy, give me something.
So, Bonzi, you and Steve Kerr are on the same Trailblazer squad.
Wow. What was Steve Kerr like, bro?
Man, listen. I'm from Indiana, so I watched all Chicago games, and I really thought he was an accountant or a nerd or something. Excuse my bad word, but I just thought he was just a guy that I would never relate to. I would never relate to. I got on his team. Steve Kerr was probably one of the coolest guys that you can ever meet. He's very hip. He's cool. He lets you be you, and that's why he has so much success as a coach because he relates to those guys and he gets it. So Steve Kerr was just great, and funny story, I remember we was practicing one day, and I was like, I got Steve. He was doing a scrimmage. This guy went 20 for 20 on me. And I was literally playing the best defense of my life. And he was just so heady. He just knew how to play. He knew how to get his shot off. You know, his jumper was butter. So it was just like, I was like, man, God, I probably can't make it in this league if I can't guard Steve Kerr. So Steve was a great player, and even great person. Even
That's what's up, man. Are you shocked at any of his success in Golden State?
Not at all. Not at all. Because, you know, it's a players' league. Yeah. And obviously, like we talked about earlier, they got some of the best players, you know, assembled. So it's just kind of easy you can just probably be their friend and just throw a few plays out there, and them guys can kind of do it themselves, honestly.
You know what? You never hear his name in all-time best. You hear Derek Curry, you hear Reggie Miller. And I don't know if because he wasn't that grand of a player or whatever, but Steve Kerr was wet. People don't understand. Man, Jay was like that.
Oh, man.
He know the last shot in Chicago and San Antonio and all the big game they won.
Pressure, man.
He never missed, but his preparation was even better. Like, he really worked at it. You know, I watched him every day. He was a true professional, got his shots up every day. He taught me a game I wasn't the best shooter. I was a shotter. So he really kind of taught me how to play this game where I shoot a shot, and if it come back to me off the rebound, that's a good shot. So he was teaching me how to do things like that, just to become a better shooter. So I appreciated it back then as a vet.
Sharing them jewels, man. I always love when I hear OGs talk to young guys and give the jewels, man.
Yeah.
This is how the league was built. Passing jewels down, passing different things on and off the court to help you better yourself as a man, as a player.
Yeah.
Patience, man. All of that, man. Give me something, Wonder Boy.
So you're talking about playing with Steve Kerr. Did you think he was going to be a coach when you were playing with him?
Oh, yeah.
Did you see that coming out?
Definitely. Like I said, he looks like as a player, he looks like a coach.
He's like a principal.
Yeah, like a principal. He doesn't look like a hooper. You know, when you're on the outside looking in, you know, a lot of people look at some of these NBA players like, oh, he's a bum, you know, until you play against him. And I was one of those guys that didn't really think he was maybe that good until I played with him. And I realized why he's been in the league long as he has, why he has all the success that he has. Because, like you said, his preparation was impeccable, and then he's just such a professional on and off the court. So it translated into a coach. You know, and that's why he's doing what he's doing now.
Anybody play with Michael, you got to think that at some point, some of that's going to rub off, man.
Yeah.
You got to know, man, if you survived that Bulls team, man, do you know what that was, man? Boy, that was when it was real. You understand? You had to, whatever you had and whatever you was for that team, you had to bring it. Accountability, man. Them older teams, man, made accountability be one of the most crucial things ever on teams, to where you couldn't take that back. Accountable. You hit for threes, we come to you got to hit your three, man. You hit for rebound, man, you got to rebound, man.
Play defense.
Man.
Defense win.
Defense win.
Go ahead, man. Wonder, give me something else.
So you think this is the year an 8 seed can take down a 1? Dikembe was
let me hear it, D.
part of the squad that did that.
Talk about that, D. What was the mindset of y'all, man? I know y'all was a mature group, too, right? Seriously.
No, we did have some bunch of young players, but our bench was full of veterans. We have Reggie Williams, Sky Esther.
Look, this is all hitters, man.
We have guys who've been in the league more than 12 years. Who's that mentoring us? You talk about passing the knowledge, the skill to the young players. So we were surrounded by such a group of veteran guys who let us up there go play. And we have a great coach too, Danny. So
I was about to say, how much does style play into that? Everybody talks about D'Antoni's style.
Yeah.
It worked in New York a little bit with Melo and all this. It got someplace else it didn't work. It's working in Houston.
Yeah.
Talk about how much of style and difference of style we're going into that. People don't like to really break it down to that, but styles could actually mess a lot of things up.
It depends on the coach. I think if the player can accept and embrace the coach from the beginning,
Right.
it creates a great chemistry.
Right.
But the problem comes in this league, so many guys, sometimes they don't respect the coach.
Yeah.
You know that. When you kind of lose the respect of your
That's
coach,
everything.
and it's hard for you kind of to listen what he's saying or the direction that he's trying to take you.
That's hard.
Yeah, definitely.
That's hard. You got to respect everything.
You know, you have some coaches that coach every play. They want to coach every possession, every play. And I think D'Antoni is the opposite of that. I think he allowed guys to be themselves. You know, he like we mentioned earlier, he allowed James Harden to get into his bag off, you know, however many rhythm dribbles he need. And he trust, you know, like I said, it's a trust thing. So that's kind of what it is when it comes to coaching. If they trust you or not, allow you to be you.
Man, that's huge, man. As Melo comes down, this is becoming a good game in the third quarter too, man. Right? I like all the star power in this. KD, does it still mean something? Does it mean something still? KD coming back to OKC? Is it always gonna be that?
I mean, I think so.
For at least another 2-3 years?
I don't know.
Are they
He
born?
doesn't want to do
I
it.
know we can't hear the sound of nothing, but are they born?
No, they're not, because he went to visit them today before the game.
I think him winning the championship kind of stops that bull a little bit.
Really?
Yes.
I mean, when you come back a champion, not just another guy on another team, it's a different. I wouldn't.
We all got
wouldn't know. I
got
wouldn't
booed
know.
when I went to Denver for the first time.
Really?
People thought I left for my own personal reason, but they didn't know it was a business.
I look at booze like a cheer, though.
Me too. I love
I
it.
actually like being booed. Like,
Oh, my
man,
goodness.
listen.
Did you get booed when you went to
I
Minnesota
would get to
with the
San
Boston?
Antonio and they would boo me before I even met. I loved it.
Yeah.
Oh, man, the Villain is such a great... Oh, man, I can't speak for everybody, but the Villain was such a great place to play and just...
Oh man.
Before I play the hero, I'll play the villain. That's what's up, right?
And that's kind of how we felt when we was in Portland. We was like, you got the good guys and the bad guys. Like we were part of the bad guys.
Night in, night out.
You got to have a villain. You know, that was our role. We played the villain every night, and I just remember the night came back to Portland and I got booed, and it felt so good.
Listen.
To go bust them.
Listen.
Go bust them.
Somebody told me something, man, just don't boo anybody, man. You got to be a presence or something for them to boo. You got to, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels good.
Ooh, can KD still lead a team? He can still lead it?
KD?
Yeah. He can still lead a team? He can still, you know?
I think
No, KD is number 3 on block shot.
No, I'm talking about can he lead? Can he still lead a team?
Of course.
I had KD number 1 player in the league, man. The LB went on a whole tear, you know?
I think offensively, one-on-one, KD is probably one of the best you're going to find. But all around, that's when you talk about Bron just playing a total all-around game. This makes him heads over here. But scoring-wise, I don't think you'll get nobody better than KD.
The boy is good, man. Super good.
Man. It's
He'll be on my team anytime.
And then, too, man, I want to see Kawhi, man. I want to see Kawhi back healthy, man. I want to see him back into this whole West, man. I hope.
But we don't know his situation.
I just hope that, well, whatever. I'm just saying this from great players and being able to score, man. You know, now you're seeing KD being effective on effective on the defensive end, man. This kid Cook came in and he just been going, right?
Oh, man.
Man, Steph gave him some, you see what Steph told him? Hey, man, don't wait on it. You shoot. You can't wait on it. Shoot it.
Oh, wow.
Man, he been hooping, bro.
He's been hooping.
I like the young fella.
Couple nights
left.
2 minutes. He go, Melo. See, Melo supposed to win this matchup right here. So on left, pull up.
See,
Man, he got to win this matchup. See this? That's what I'm saying, man. I like Melo in the East better, man.
Don't shoot that 3.
Man, that's crazy. That's a terrible shot. That's another thing. Shot quality now is going.
Yeah.
It's gone. Look at that. Man. You know, your best player, right. You feel it. This is the third quarter. This feels like a playoff game, man.
Goodness.
Ooh.
Everybody played with the intensity of Russell Westbrook. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
He kind of played like you, like the 6'5" person,
Listen,
right?
man. I watch him, man. He plays through people, man.
Yeah.
He's going home straight after the game, getting straight sleep. There's nothing. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no dinner. He going home. Right? It ain't no. We near the cigar bar. I'm at the crib. You know what I'm saying?
Don't talk bad about
No. First off, Oklahoma City, the truck stop city, man. You know, you cigarettes and keep on going. You know the truck stop cities, man. Indiana, one of them. You don't stop in those cities. Cleveland, Wonder Boy, if you're ever in the car, you gotta stop in Cleveland, get some matches, some cigarettes, maybe a Coke or Pepsi, and get on out of there. Get some gas, get on out of there, man. No way.
Hey, Bonds, you just kill yourself, man.
The city closed at 10 anyway,
don't
man.
worry. Twitter getting it.
That's all good. I ain't no Twitter, so it's all good. Shout out to everybody on Facebook, man. Right. We don't do Twitter right here. We Facebook, right. Westbrook got 35. Oh, yeah. What's up with the Game of Thrones tonight? I know there's Bleacher Report, but what's going on?
So I think they got some fans dressed up like the Game of Thrones characters around the arena. I don't know if you've watched that at all.
I watch Game of Thrones, but ain't nobody eating a cupcake in Game of Thrones, and ain't nobody wearing no stuff like this, man. Like, see, that's what I'm talking about. It's got to apply to the game, man. Like, why is this? Like, I watch Game of Thrones, and ain't none of this in there. And see, that's what I told you. OKC. See, only in OKC we gonna get fans dressing up in Game of Thrones. Yeah. You know who? And listen, let me say something.
Yes.
Speaking of programs and systems, I like to think that Golden State's system has actually helped a player like JaVale McGee.
Yes.
You know, they kind of clowned him for years and looked at him a certain way. And I would say this, man, he's mature, man. His game has gotten better, and he's actually helped that team.
Well, you know, winning helps
everything.
Winning helps everything.
It does.
And like you said earlier, you mentioned earlier, when you sneak up under the radar.
No, you don't want to get rich.
I think he sneaks under the radar and has success.
Yeah. Watch this part. You see how he hit him?
Yes.
They were serious right here. Watch how he hit him.
Cheeks.
That's why he hit him.
You see now why some of the coaches don't like to play? They play the last 4 games.
Because of stuff like this. And if he goes down, it's over, dog.
That's it.
Look. Watch that. Oh, pushed him.
So KG Westbrook.
Oh, he lost
Westbrook's got 35 right now. KD's got 27.
Ooh, you already know what they're going for. These are 40 and 50s tonight. 40s and 50s.
How important is a guy like Steven Adams to this OKC team?
Everything is there because he's the first line of defense when it comes to he's the last line of defense, and that line of defense has to be a wall.
Yeah.
There has to be a consistent presence of physicality, and he has to bring that every night. And he brings it every night. Rebounding, offensive rebounding, blocking shots, protecting the rim, protecting the paint, hitting guys. Man, all of that's you gotta set that tone. If not, guards are coming out thinking it's sweet.
Yeah,
you gotta hit somebody too, man.
He's the muscle.
Yeah, straight up. These guards now, they so explosive. They'll dunk on the big man now. You let a guard like Russell Westbrook get a running start, he gonna try you at the dots, bro. If you don't, straight up, if you don't hit him and let him know, bro, I'll lay you out of here, he gonna try you every time, bro. That's how them guards feeling right now. They lifting weights, they big, they want to get out here, get 10 to 12 rebounds.
They big.
Knowing this how big he. Yeah, you gotta bow one of these guards in their head every now and then. Get off down here. You messing up the rebound for me. Oh,
he's a mobile big too.
Yeah, he is. I like Steve.
I give the guy be 6'10", going to the hoop like that. He's just full of talent.
Yeah, I like Steve. I think KD's hurting more though than what he's appearing to. He looks like he's a little weathered, and then that's when you start to see the summer when you don't get that rest.
Yeah.
You don't have that pop. You look at him last year; he was encouraged and had all these different distractions that he used as motivation. He won. Then, Steve, that's not a good sign.
Look, it's limping,
yeah. JaVale gave something in the back and looked like he gave him a little, you know what I mean?
No, you don't need this.
Yeah.
Would you sit your players last 2-3 games?
Depending on my position.
Yes.
I watched, did y'all watch the San Antonio game and the Houston game? James Harden didn't have no rhythm. He didn't have no rhythm. He was coming down in shots like he stepped to the right that he normally hit. He was just, that's the only thing I think about. When you have players that miss your last 3 or 4 games, getting out of rhythm. I love this matchup. Ooh.
Yeah, in their situation, I think I would rest James Harden because we already got it clinched. Yeah. Basically in the #1 spot, so I would make sure he's fresh. Like you said, we don't want nobody to get injured going into the playoffs.
And you got Chris Paul, who you trying to rest up, man. How big of a part is Chris Paul going to have to play in all this? He's going to have to play a huge part. I don't think he knows what he's going to have to go through. He's about to go through 3 levels of potential Game 7s against. Let's think about it. An 8 seed, then the 4th seed, and then the best of the other side. Then finals. Whew. I don't know if his body can hang. This is when all that comes into play.
But I think he's in a great situation because he don't got to carry the load like he used to in all the other teams. I played with him in New Orleans, and he literally would make the play for everybody, make everybody be in on every play.
Yeah.
So now he can kind of, we've seen that Chris Paul is a shooter now. He has great range, and he can kind of chill over in the corner, and
just let James go ahead and
let James do his thing, not wear himself
spot
out.
Up.
Yeah, spot up, and not wear himself out. And then when it's his turn, I think he does a great job of taking advantage of it.
How durable is he right now? How durable?
Don't forget, there's always surprises in the playoffs.
Right.
Don't think because somebody's wearing number 7, number 8, they cannot give you that much.
2, they got guys like Joe Johnson, Eric Gordon.
Yeah.
You can't. Joe Johnson comes out in the playoffs, bro. 10, 15, 12 points means something in the playoffs, man.
That's his time.
Joe Jesus, shout out to Joe Jesus out there. Give me some one boy.
Kemba, you talk about 8 and 7 seeds coming into the playoffs, not being afraid. When did you know you had that Seattle team?
Good question.
I think in Game 4.
Y'all started to gather confidence?
Yes, after we beat them on Game 3, we knew that it was all over.
That's funny how the first game is like a. When you hear boxers filling out each other, I swear the first game is a fill out. Because you come in not with no, first off, I can't speak for everybody here, but people mix up the words scared and nervous. Scared is a very, very deliberate term. You got nervousness, anxiety, anxious is more, but scared, nah. Because I done played against you before, and I'm already knowing what I can do against you and vice versa. So you already got a sense of, when you playing somebody, you watching too. But that confidence, man, if you get any sense that, say like, because I've been in the A spot too, if you get any sense that one is having some doubt, that's the best feeling.
Especially on Game 3, because they might beat you twice, the first game, second game.
You win again?
But if you can beat them on Game 3, that confidence go down, and you guys go out.
That's what we saw last year too, almost with Boston and Chicago.
Yes.
Rondo goes down.
Listen, man, listen. And Doe was too far. He was on his way. The league was like, nah, get out of here. KD. Ooh, they going for one of them nights, man. He got 29. Russ got 30-something. He got 35. This probably one of them more.
But Oklahoma might be in trouble because the big man went down.
Yeah, I'm worried about Steven Adams. They already up 3 now, so poof.
Who else there was now?
Any surprises this year? Come on. What is this?
Man.
I think that one on the right, listen. Come on. That's an Adidas. I think Adidas joint. Y'all just gonna dig this up? I don't know what's going on with you, man.
Man, what's up with all this blood, man?
That's my man from Troy.
What is that? I don't even know. But you don't have no neck, by the way. All head and shoulders, by the way. This right here on me is from an Adidas ad that also I can do multiple things, and one of them I was a warrior, and they took me and put me in like my Game of Thrones, kind of had a totally Game of Thrones effect in here. I had a shield and a sword. Yeah, it was real mint. Yeah.